In ancient records, names usually fade, but one ruler's name appears consistently across thousands of years of stone and scripture: Ashoka. Born around 304 BC, he entered a world defined by the consolidation of power. He was the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya and the son of King Bindusara. From his earliest years, he was noted for a sharp tactical mind and an astonishing aptitude for the mechanics of war. That early military proficiency was so evident that the royal court assigned him major strategic responsibilities while he was still a young man. By the time he took the throne, his identity was inseparable from the military might of the Mauryan dynasty. Ashoka inherited a massive territory, but he immediately began using his intellect and military resources to expand those borders even further. Looking at these jagged Himalayan peaks, you can see the extreme northern boundary of his expanding territory. To the west, his influence reached across this arid landscape, stretching his command all the way to the Afghan border. The resulting empire covered nearly the entire Indian subcontinent, stretching from the Himalayas to Karnataka and from Bengal in the east to Afghanistan in the west. At that moment, it was one of the largest political entities in the world. To manage this landmass, he divided the realm into provinces and appointed officials to oversee the administration of each region. With these borders established, Ashoka effectively unified the subcontinent under a single administration, leaving no major rival power left to challenge his rule. This drive for expansion led to the most catastrophic conflict of his reign, the Kalinga War. The battle resulted in a staggering slaughter. Thousands of soldiers were killed, and even more were left wounded across the battlefield. The ruin extended into the civilian population, where the cries of women and children echoed through the remains of destroyed settlements. The aftermath of Kalinga revealed the massive human price required to maintain and expand his borders. Standing among the casualties on the battlefield, Ashoka experienced an internal shift that would change the trajectory of his reign. He realized a victory secured through the sword and mass casualties was no victory at all. He made the immediate decision to walk away from violence and the pursuit of conquest. Turning toward the teachings of Buddhism, he began promoting a new message of peace and compassion to his subjects and the world. This remains a rare moment in the history of power, an undefeated conqueror voluntarily giving up his military dominance to pursue a different path. Ashoka redirected the wealth of the empire away from war and toward civic and moral development. This stone pillar is a surviving example of a massive engineering project he launched to broadcast his new philosophy throughout the empire. Carved directly into the stone in ancient Brahmi script are instructions for his people, emphasizing moral education and nonviolence. These monuments served as a new societal code, replacing fear of the military with a focus on duty and compassion. He funded the construction of rest houses, the digging of wells, and the creation of hospitals for both people and animals. By redefining the role of a king as a servant to the public, he initiated a period of significant development and internal stability. The spiritual and architectural impact of this era outlasted the empire itself, as seen in the intricate gateways of the Great Stupa at Sanchi. This pivot moved him past the role of a regional conqueror, as he began disseminating an ideology that reached far beyond his own borders. One of the most endearing symbols of his reign is the wheel, seen here at the base of the four-lion capital. Today, this Ashoka chakra is a central feature of the modern Indian national flag, serving as a permanent tribute to his ideals. Choosing peace at the peak of his strength required the courage to discard a lifetime of military training and choose an entirely different path. This radical transition from conquest to compassion is why he is still known in his